So tired. Okay, so we're doing lesson 21. It's Emily Sunday and Denise Dosher. So, yep. I think we talked about questions or anything. We just want to go to the test and see how we do.
Just do the test. Yeah, let's just do the test.
Okay.
Are we on 20? Is it 22?
It's 22. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
You're fine.
This is
no,
lesson
I was.
22.
I was thinking maybe I was like, oh, shoot.
No, you can be sure
Okay.
it's me if you say that. You're gonna be
No.
sure. What? No, because it's dark. It could be out for the next 3 hours and stress me out. It's fabulous. No, I know you don't. Perfect. Cat's gonna be out all night. Anyway, lesson 22, not 21. Sorry.
Okay. So we'll go ahead. We've got the first two. Is it 15? Looks like.
So number 1, you mean? Oh, you have 15 questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, number 3. Given the linear regression equation, y equals 2.0 plus 1.5x, what is the y-intercept? 2.0. Yeah?
So are you plugging it into the spreadsheet?
Oh, I'm just looking at it. Oh, well, I didn't plug into the spreadsheet. I'm just looking at that equation, and y is the first number, and then the slope is the second number. So I put 2.0 as the y-intercept.
Oh, I'm trying to read too much into the question. Yep, that makes sense.
Just simple. It'll get harder from here, but yeah.
I always try to read more into the. So the y-intercept, you said the y-intercept is the slope, because if that's the case, then that's the same answer, right?
And then y-intercept is 2.0, and the slope is 1.5.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something. I'm trying to look at my note. There it is. I'm trying to look at my notes so I can get my head on straight. So
we represent the y-intercept with the symbol BO, or B lowercase o, or underscore O. And so whatever number's in that spot will be the y-intercept.
So 2.0 would be the BO, and then 1.5 would be the B, or the B naught. The BO is the B naught, right? And the B1 would be the. I'm confused.
Slope. The slope.
So is it for the same answer? Because if B naught is the y-intercept. Oh, B1 is the slope. I'm sorry. I was reading it wrong. 1.5. You have to bear with me tonight. I'm a little stressed out. Okay. Number 5. Given the linear regression equation y equals negative 3.0 plus 0.25x, what is the predicted value of y when x is 16? So you just have to do the calculation for that, right? Yeah. Which I don't have my calculator because my phone battery's
So I think 0.25 times 16, I think was 4. I think. Where did my phone go? Oh, there it is.
So you do 0.25 times 16 first, and then you plus negative. So.
And then I just re-enter it in, and then I guess either way it would be the same thing.
I'm putting in the exact correct way just in case it's not.
Yeah. So then I just
3.0 times or plus 4, right?
So 1.
So 1, yeah. Okay. Okay. Excuse me.
So then the next thing is the math self SPSS data file. And then it's nice. It gives us the confidence data will be the explanatory variable, which is X. And the score data will be the response variable, which is Y. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on a second. So I was looking at the question again because I pulled up the spreadsheet. So be sure to use the confidence data for the explanatory. Yeah, so confidence would be X, right?
Uh-huh.
And the response variable is Y. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Yep, I see that here.
And I just did a scatter plot for that.
Sorry, I have like 500 pages I gotta pull up there. So to do the scatter plot, I wrote down how to do it. So you go under analyze.
Graphs.
Oh, I thought it
I mean,
said
that'll be
create. Oh, that's, I'm sorry, that's coefficients, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry, so did I write that down? I wrote SPSS predict the value of Y for specified value of X.
So if it just wants the scatter plot for this particular question, then we're just gonna do graphs.
And scatter.
And yeah.
Simple scatter, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the confidence rating is the X, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the Y would be the response, would be gender.
Score.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Have to go back and
Nope.
look.
You're good.
And then we can just hit OK. We don't do options, do we?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's very interesting looking. Okay.
So it wants us to say, does it look like a hot dog, a hamburger, or a, what was the other one? Oops, I'm all over the place here. Hot dog, hamburger, or banana shape? I would say hot dog. What would you say?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah,
Yep.
gone for a while.
Would you say hot dog?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a hamburger because it's sideways. It doesn't look like a banana. I think hot dog is what I'd say.
Yeah.
My cat is in so much trouble.
I'm so sorry.
I hate it when he gets out at night. It drives me crazy. Okay, so 7, based on the shape of the scatter plot you produced in the last question, what can you say about the appropriateness of using simple linear regression to model these data? Simple linear regression is appropriate for these data. If simple linear regression is used for this data, the results will not be reliable or it's not appropriate. Well, I know it's negative. Is it negative, or is that great question? Am I looking at the wrong one? Oh, never mind. I think it's either B or C. I don't think that the results are going to be reliable based on that plot or the scatter plot?
Should we plug it into that regression analysis and see what the results are?
That's probably a good idea.
Maybe that will help us decide better. I don't know.
So are you looking at the one for to find estimated regression coefficients, like for B0 and B1?
So yeah, I think so. You go in and you do
The regression,
analyze,
yeah,
regression,
linear. Okay. Sorry.
You're fine. And then
Analyze, regression.
dependent of score, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Dependent is y, and y
Also,
was score.
it's also known as the response variable. So you're trying to predict the score. So the response variable would be y, right?
Yeah. And then the independent, the confidence.
Predictor. Yeah. Would be the predictor.
And then you go to save. Unstandarized.
Oh, that's weird. On my thing I wrote down didn't say go under save. That's odd. You said maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. How weird. That's very weird. So you go under unstandardized?
You go to save, and then you go under the predictive values, and you check mark unstandarized.
Yep.
On the predicted values, and then continue.
Yeah.
And then OK. And then it will list all the information. We'll go to coefficients, and we'll look at the unstandardized coefficients. B for the one is 18, or no, we look at the, 18.690 and 12.695.
Mm-hmm.
Negative.
Right.
So I think it might be A. Simple linear regression is appropriate for this data because it's not negative. So there are numbers that are within working with. Is that right? Sound right to you?
It does sound right. Just looking at one. I wrote all that down. What did I do? I wrote down all this stuff. I don't know what I did with it. No. That's fine. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's not negative. I guess let's look at the scatter plot. I'm not really well versed in the scatter plot. So appropriate for these data. Okay, and then
I hope I'm right.
I'm fine. How many observations on the data? So I'm going back to the spreadsheet, wherever it is. I want to.
I don't know what it's talking about there, actually.
I know. I was going to go with the spreadsheet because I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. So tell me the question again, because I just got out of that. And
how many observations are in the data? I don't understand what that means. X.
I don't know that that's to be true, but what would X be? X is the
number of.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Or no, I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, look at my homework.
Would it be the 0.728, the standardized coefficients? I don't know if that makes sense. My cat, I hate when he's outside because there's predators at night. And he likes to get down the ravine and run around.
Will he come to you, like if you call like with a treat or something?
He's so spoiled, he gets whatever he wants. So not really. My husband usually can get him in because he sees me. He knows I'm going to bring him in the house and shut the door. So he avoids me unless I chase him back in. I have to go into the woods on the side of the house and chase him back up. Like I have time for that, right? Yeah. I just wanted to be safe. Anyway, let me look at something here.
Doing some of this homework, so. I don't know why I don't know what that is. I don't know. My brain is so like.
Yeah, I think it would be X but X doesn't X don't usually give you X in like the actual word problem. Like you have to read it. Like when they had the number of boats that were registered that killed manatees, it had 800,000. Wouldn't that be the X? That would be the X. So is there any information other than just use this spreadsheet? Let me look here. Yep, there's no other. Fabulous.
So weird. I should just come back to it. I don't know. Yeah, observations are in there. I have no idea.
So it says, what are the y-intercept and the slope? So we can go get that.
The y was. Oh, it's on that spreadsheet, huh? Or yeah.
Yeah, it should be the
to 18.690.
That's the yep, that's what it showed in the video, right? The top under the B.
Yeah.
Would be the B naught and the B1.
18. Write this down because I can't flip back and forth. 18.690, and the other one is 12.695. Okay.
I want to say that the 0.728. I don't know why. I know it's like a. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, I want to say that's the answer for the
we X. Can try it. Because I have no idea. 0.728. That's all right. We could try it.
These are math scores.
What is the y? So the y was 18.690. And the slope was 12.695. That's the predictive C, and then now they give us the predictive value. Predictive value. Is there anything on there that says predictive value?
What X is 4. Yeah, so if you take the 4, so the formula would be B naught, which is the 18.690 plus the 12.695, and then times it by the 4, because the X is 4, right? So it would be.
I'm going to go ahead and do 12.695 times 4. Maybe it works out all the same, but
yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Plug it back in. Since it's not negative, I'm just going to add it together because that's the same either way.
Yeah. So it would be
69.47.
That's what I got. Hope I'm understanding this right. I really hope this is going to work because I have got to go to someone's house before it gets too crazy late.
Yeah. All right, well, 4 more. Let's see. The confidence data resulted from students evaluating their confidence for each question on a scale of 1 to 6. What is the maximum predictive value of y for these values of x? So the maximum would be if we plugged in 6, right?
I have to read it again. Sorry. The confidence data resulted from students evaluating their confidence for each question on a scale of 1 to 6. What's the maximum predictive value? It makes sense to me. It says, hint, because there is a positive correlation, we can use the largest x value to find the largest. So that would be 6. That makes sense to me.
Right.
So it would just be the same thing, but 6 times 6 is 12.695.
Okay. Times 6 plus
94.86.
Yes. many, sorry, go ahead.
How many explanatory independent variables? So explanatory variables are the y, right?
Yes.
The x.
Or excuse
Explanatory
me,
variable is
X.
x. I'm sorry, I'm messing you up.
Yeah. No, X.
Are present in the simple linear regression. So do you take it off the scatter plot? I don't know. I'm not sure where to get that at.
I don't know. Like my mind is supposed to say 1, but I guess we gotta look at what's
Do you have
all
to look
involved.
at the scatter plot or anything to determine that? Or
Let's see. So they have. I should see if there's like 1 and 1 because there's the X and there's the right. Or am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm. In simple linear regression. So is this question aside from everything, or
does it say to answer this spreadsheet with the next how many questions? I don't know.
I'm going to go back up here and see if it says. For the next 7 questions, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Is that right? 7, 8, 9.
What are you
Is that right?
looking at? What are you looking at? I'm sorry.
So above question 6, it says information, and then it says for the next 7 questions, use da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is a separate question then. Do with what we've been doing. So
that's what I'm confused about. So yeah, so that spreadsheet says for the next 7 questions. Is that what it said?
yeah, so that 12 should have been the last of the 7.
4, yep.
How many? All right, I'll go. I don't remember this. I think I want to say 1 and 1, but I'm gonna go back here.
I agree with you. It's got to be 1. Nothing else makes sense. That's what's confused about the question to that.
Yeah, I would say 1 and 1, but
well, it's 9:23, so we're still good. How many response-dependent variables are present in a simple linear regression? 1?
That's what I would say. It doesn't make sense to me. I'd have to go back and do the reading. I mean, it doesn't make sense. There's an X and there's a Y. There's not.
Well, actually,
I don't remember. Did you read
maybe,
anything that was said that there was more than 1? I'm trying to remember.
No, but I'm looking at the formula for the linear regression. So if B is representation of the y-intercept, it's like B0 and then there's B1. So maybe the other answer, because there's no 0, so maybe it would be 1 and 1. I don't know. But it says, is it from like -1 to 1, or is it the last section? That was the last lesson, right?
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere too.
Okay, so it says the y-intercept where the regression line intercepts with the line where x is 0. And then as x increases by 1, y increases or decreases on average based on estimated value slope. I don't know. 1 and 1, I don't know if that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Me too. Let's just do it.
Okay, 15. The last question. A company in South Dakota manufactures hard hats used in the mining industry. They record measurements on all the hats they produce for quality control and planning purposes. The measurements they collect include hat size, circumference of the hat, and lengths of the major and minor axis. Meaning, the company wants to predict the size of hat given the circumference. What is the response variable? So
Actually, I just did this.
The response variable is y. Right. So So the response variable is y, right? So y would be meaning hat given the circumference. So the circumference is the predictor of the
X.
hat. So hat is x and circumference is y?
I just did this on the homework actually, because I was trying to get ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So circumference is X and hat size is.
And tell me why that is, because I'm
Y.
confused. So
when I read this, let's see. So
the hat size is a predictor of
the company wants to predict the size of the hat. So let me read. Let's see. So X is the the circumference predicts the hat size. Does that make sense?
Right. So yeah. So the response variable would be y. So if the response variable is what predicts it would be the circumference, right? So wouldn't that be the y, the response variable? Is that what you said? The circumference.
Response variable is y, but it's what responds to the so the hat size is determined because of circumference. So I don't know. I can't explain this very good.
So tell me what the answer is.
So X is circumference.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
But that's not the response variable.
So the response variable is the hat size.
Okay. So what they're saying is that the circumference of the hat will determine the hat size. So the response variable is what the outcome is of the predictor. Like if you're explaining something, like the circumference will give you what the actual response of that explanation is, which is the circum. The circumference is explaining. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. So it would be.
So let's see, let me think about this. So
great, there's fireworks being shot off. My cat's gonna freak out. So it would be D.
We used to predict the size of the hat. The circumference, because it is the variable being predicted.
Oh, B.
So the size of the circumference, because it is being used to predict yeah, I would say D. I'm hoping that. I mean, I know what it is, but when you try to word it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't think.
So it's going to be because it's the variable being predicted?
The circumference, because it is being used to predict the size of the hat.
Okay, so it would be B then, not D. Well,
D.
Okay, no,
because the variable being predicted is the hat size. So
right, so it says because the variable is being predicted. So the variable being predicted is not the circumference. Yeah. Okay. So yep, D.
I hope. I'm sorry. Does that make sense?
That's fine. I'm gonna submit it because I've got to get on here and do everything. Okay. 88.
I don't know.
Missed 2 questions, so we missed 15. Yeah, it's probably B, and it's okay. It's confusing as heck. 15. I'm gonna put B because it don't make sense to me. 14 and 13 are right. Yay!
So what's the other one?
Looking. 8. The one I put the
observation.
Point. Yeah.
That we didn't know for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I just guessed that and I got it wrong. 12.
I'm gonna say 2 observations.
Okay. 11.
I don't know.
Would be 69.47. Yeah, because I guess you're looking at 2 different things, like what goes here and what goes there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes sense. 10, 12.695. So 12.695, 69.47, 94.86. 9 is 18.69. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess us up on that one.
No, I messed us up on that other 2.
7 is A. 6 is, we got the right shape, hot dog. I hate hot dogs. No, I don't hate them. Sometimes I do. 5 is 1. 4 is 1.5. Okay, this is better than I thought. I was kind of stressing about this lesson. 2. Okay, so I'm just going to retake this stupid, or not stupid.
13 and 14. And then, okay, the record of the hat. Predict size of the hat given the circumference.
There you are.
I think I messed up.
On what?
On 15, I'm sorry, the response variable, I mean, I didn't mess up, but the response variable is the hat. But I was reading things wrong. So it's going to be the size of the hat because it's the variable being predicted.
So it's the size of the hat, not the circumference?
Well, the response variable is the size of the hat because the explanatory was the circumference, which we understood. The circumference is predicting the size of the hat, but it says what is the response variable. So the size of the hat is the response variable because that's to the circumference measurement. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The circumference.
Oh, okay, sorry. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the homework, and I was just talking through what I had as the x, which was the circumference, and y was the hat size. So the response variable is y. So I think it's a.
Yeah, because if the circumference of the hat is going to be the
explanatory,
then the response of that explanatory is going to be the hat size.
Yeah, sorry.
No. I didn't really know what I was saying. I just seen that that's what it was making sense to me, but I don't know.
So would you agree A? I'm thinking it's A.
I haven't looked at. I'm actually going back through the quiz and putting the numbers in and stuff. So when I get down there, I'm sorry if I get stopped now. And my brain is so fried. I don't know what I'm going to put down.
Oh,
I may put something. I may get like a 40% on this last one.
I'm going to start it again too here.
11 is 9.86. Oops, that's all right. 11 is 69.47. What the heck? 69.47. This is really bad to take a multiple choice when your brain is so fried. And I just got 12 is.
I wish I could go get your cat for you.
He won't come in. He's loving it. I just worry about him because there's coyotes sometimes that come down here.
Yeah.
4.86. I'm so irritated that he did that. I had a neighbor come and invite us to somewhere on Sunday, and I was watching the cat come closer to the door, but I had it just cracked, and he bent down to have the cat come to him. I said, no. And the cat just bolted right out underneath his legs.
No.
Oh, so fast. I'm really not happy with him right now. So 15, you said A because size of the hat, because it's a variable being predicted, right? So 14 is B, 13 is B, 12 is 94.86, 69.47, 12.695, 18.69, 2, A, 1, 1.5, and 2. Excuse me. I'm going to go outside and try to round them up here in a minute. I still got one wrong. I must have messed up.
I hope I didn't mess that one up. Did I?
How did I get 8 wrong? Oh, yeah, 8 is 2. It's wrong.
It's not. Right. What is that? I don't understand that one. I'll have to research it. I don't know what that is.
So we got a 94, so it's good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That threw me off. I'll have to read some more on that, and if I find it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm confused by that one as well. So.
Okay.
All right.
Good job. Have a good night.
You.
Good luck.
Take care.
Hey, are you okay? Are you okay posting it?
Yep, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right. Yep.
Bye.
See you. Thanks. Okay. Bye.